Victorian Street is a hidden gem within the northeast of England. Step back in time as you walk into this former Georgian estate, seeing a wonderful reconstruction of a street in 1895 situated in Eaglescliffe in the northeast of England. Preston Hall was built in 1825 by David Burton Fowler, comprising of an agriculture estate of 4 farms, a quarry and brickworks. Over the years, Victorian extensions were added to the hall, leaving it with quite a hodgepodge look that I think looks rather charming, and with a metal conservatory on the side. You can just imagine all of these wealthy ladies and gentlemen with their finery being dropped off here. But now this museum has a hidden secret that is perhaps not like all grand houses which are now turned into museums. This is the Victorian Street of what is now Preston Park Museum and Grounds, all decked out for the festive season. I love this elf name generator that they've got at the front of the street. I'd be Bubble Glitter Hands. What would you be? This street was added in the 1970s during a redesign of the museum and is now a long-time favourite with visitors here. This walkway always feels like a time machine almost, giving you the loveliest view of a bygone high street, and is definitely a wow moment. You can step into each shop to see how life was like and what you would find in the type of shops that aren't really a thing in modern times. This is the Drapery shop, where you can learn about the history of fashion and the perils of the corset. What I love about these reconstructions is that whilst they're visually beautiful, they also have interactive elements for children to experience and learn, from playing dress up with the costumes and trying on hats, caps and bonnets. think I was dressed rather fitting for the shop, don't you think? With my pearl coat from Collective, with its full fur trimmed skirt. Next door was the printer's, with its working 1839 Albion printing press and a Colombian Eagle press. I've heard usually on weekends you can even have a go at printing your name using the traditional wooden type. I love the Grocers with its decadent window display, showing the types of things people would be stocking up on ahead of Christmas. On the counter we have some Christmas puddings wrapped in linen, and of course some fresh clementines. You can discover how loose leaf tea can be measured out in the old-fashioned way, and fresh produce which is grown in the walled garden is sometimes available to purchase here seasonally. If you were on Santa's naughty list, you may have had to visit the police station. You can discover all about Victorian crime and punishment in this replica station, complete with a series of mugshots. In the museum itself, there is a book from Cleveland Police displaying the original mugshot pictures if you ever wanted to take a closer look of what is on display on this wall. Further down the street is a hive of industrial activity, with the blacksmiths and ironmongers being found here. The blacksmiths is often manned by Master Blacksmith Pete Oberon, hard at work, but it looks like he's had a day off today. I love the look of this 20-foot crochet Christmas tree, created with patchwork squares of all varieties. Over 100 volunteers and local community groups worked hard to create this very charming tree. Before heading back home, I couldn't resist a cup of tea and a toffee apple blondie at the Victorian tea room. The walls of the tea canisters and the old cosy feel of the cafe was absolutely lovely, and it was the perfect spot to sit and admire the views of the Victorian Street out of the windows. As well as the Victorian Street, Preston Park Museum and Grounds also has several exhibitions about the history of Preston Hall as a house and its occupiers, as well as items from the Stockton and Teesside area's history. It also has a really good gift shop, full of unique and interesting things to take home, from Preston Park honey to vintage inspired toys and Christmas decorations. I really hope you liked this look at Preston Park Museum and Grounds and its Victorian Street. I love discovering vintage inspired places to visit and have been coming here and the neighbouring butterfly world since I was a child. So please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I'll see you soon.